Well, GM, G,
To the
M. Great morning, my friends. DJs, Diamond Ham Fam, Forge and Fuel Crew, Super Soldiers, One Percenters, Pioneers, Pivoters, Pursuers, Builders, brothers and sisters, hermanos y hermanas, mamas y papas, anyone I may have left out, and anyone in between. Welcome back, and welcome into the best way to start your day. It's time to get fired up at Forge and Fuel.
baby.
I am your humbled, honored, and clearly always hyped host, Colton Capp Swirl One, and I can't thank you enough for choosing to stop by, hang out with me and my guys, and dive down some motivational and inspirational rabbit holes unlike any other. Now, let me be the first to tell you that we got one hell of a show on tap here for you on this terrific TERRIFIC Tuesday, February the 11th, 2025. And I hope you're ready to come alive because we got more motivation, more inspiration, more good vibration, and more high-level conversation coming your way over the course of episode 666 that you're going to know what to do with, baby. But before we dive into said vibes, before we can get you inspirated and motivated on this fine Tuesday morning, we must humbly ask you to do a few things. If you can find it in that big old heart of yours to do us a few favors this morning, maybe you could take a moment to smash that subscribe button on whatever platform you're currently ingesting the Forge of Fuel podcast on. If you are watching on YouTube, you might as well hit that notification bell right down there as well, so you never miss the start of a live show or any additional content dropping here on the channel. And if you're enjoying this morning's program, you might as well hit that old like button down there too, so you can help the old algo get to going and flowing and on the old tube of view variety. But maybe you don't enjoy that platform. Maybe your viewing platform of pleasure is the old Rumble. Maybe if you're viewing on Rumble, you could take a moment to smash that subscribe button. Maybe smash that notification bell. Hell, even hit a like button as well and help the old algo go and flow on the old Rumble. But maybe you don't like either one of those platforms. Maybe you like to find the truth. Maybe you like to cut through the bullshit. You need unbiased, and you also like some motivation on that app as well. Maybe you like the X app. So if you're watching right now on the old X app, maybe you could smash that heart button. Maybe hit that repost button. Hell, even crush that quote post button and let the people know on the X timeline why you decided to tune in live in prime time to Forge and Fuel this morning. And last but certainly not least,
If you are listening to this show on your favorite podcast directory, like Apple, Amazon, or potentially even listening and watching on Spotify, who's to say, who's to know? Maybe you could give us a follow, maybe subscribe, or leave us a 5-star rating. In all honesty, just smash the shit out of whatever buttons you see on your screen, as it only helps us continue to grow and flow on all those platforms as well. Nah, man.
Yeah, buddy.
as for all you beautiful humming beings tapped in, tuned in, locked in live in prime time here to Forge and Fuel episode 666, we can't thank you enough for choosing to start your day the right way here with us, baby. And hit those buttons and help us go and flow in the old algo. But maybe you haven't. Maybe you're sitting there thinking to yourself, why do I need to hit those buttons? That's not my job. I'm just showing up just to get some motivation and inspiration and get fired up for the day. Well, that's our job. And your job is to not be rude. And your job, if potentially you get a trigger or two tripped, maybe something begins to burn on the brain, melt on the heart, fester on the soul. Maybe you laugh. Maybe you cry. Maybe you think. Maybe you say, oh, I ain't never thought of it that way before. I ain't never heard that perspective. Oh, I got to go share that with somebody. Well, then in that case, well, don't be a host, share the show. Be a friend, tell a friend, let somebody know, and we will proceed with this morning's program. My friends, you've heard various noises. Somebody sounds pretty excited back there.
Yeah.
We've heard glass breaking. We've heard bells are ringing. Bells will be ringing on Christmas night.
Bruh.
We've heard Ronnie Coleman. We've heard Ric Flair. We've heard a chugga chugga choo choo train. We've heard 45 and 37. We just heard, bro. I mean, this guy's fingers are quicker than the old Wild West gunslingers right now. I mean, he is just pow, 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 pow. My friends, that must mean Mr. Producer Derek DZ Snow DEEZY is rocking and rolling this morning. Look at him, even got the gunshot.
Lightweight, baby.
Shout out to lightweight slinging, iron pumping, bowling ball bench pressing. We appreciate the hell out of you, dude. Shout out to you. Wouldn't have half the show we do without you. And speaking of half the show, so far you've only seen half the show. You've heard a third of the show. You get to hear or get vibes from thirds of the show throughout the entire time, but you see a half of the show most of the time, and you're only seeing one half of said show right now. So we must welcome in the other half of the program. A man who was coming off of a electric evening where we went down many rabbit holes and told people what's what. We gave him the cold, hard truth and smacked him square in the face and said, this is the way it's gonna be. And if you don't fucking like it, you can hit the fucking door, friends and family. And I enjoyed the conversation. And who's to say, who's to know what becomes of it? But I believe so many good things Because, my friends, it's coming from the man joining us now, who is the founder of the Grandpa Ape Country Club. The lead pro on the GACC greens, if you will. He is a musical person, a musical lover, loves everything about it, makes it, plays it, sells it, repackages it, all types of stuff. He's a DJ. He's also a man of many talents when he steps up on the decks. And when he gets to spinning a few records together, he has this keen ability to take one and a two and swirl them into one jam. And you say, oh my gosh, how is that even possible? Is he a human iPod?
What?
A purveyor of positive vibes.
What?
Curator of high-level energies.
What?
Certified PLP pusher.
What?
The jet plane flying.
What?
McLaren driving.
What?
Integra window smashing.
What?
Jesus piece dangling.
What?
Rolex rocking.
What?
The one and only.
What?
With an emphasis on the one.
What?
He's
Over there, weighing in as the heavy hitter, Mr. Turned Up himself. He's
DJ Swirl One.
Great morning, Swirl One. How you doing over there, pal? Hey, why you muted again? What the fuck? This is some chicken shit.
I did not mute me.
Here we go. Now he's here.
Muting me.
I'm
I
not muting shit.
I
hosting the
did not
show.
mute me. I
Name's
was
easy.
I'm not touching this
I
button.
ain't got no buttons to press no more.
I already said I'm not touching this button. I'm not messing with it, man. So there it is. See, just gonna say. All right.
I'm
Now
blaming
back to what I
Doozy.
was telling you.
Huh.
I'm
Uh-huh.
doing amazing. I already got my push-ups in.
Oh.
I already got a little bit of water down. I got up quite early and started handling quite a few things I needed to. And yes, and there was an amazing conversation last night had in the greens. So good to see everybody this morning. Hey, got me a little Fiji. Yeah, oh yeah, you already know. Oh, yeah.
Couldn't go back-to-back days, huh? Had to go find you one yesterday.
Oh, there's no way I was gonna do that. I was like, buddy, all day yesterday I was searching for the water. So yes, I went ahead and got me a few of them today. Also, if you don't know, I have that nice little. What are these guys?
Mhm.
Good morning, Vietnam.
Oh,
Oh,
buddy.
good morning, Tilly.
Oh,
Good morning, girl. Would you like to
I
say hi to
hear
the
you.
people?
morning cat. Hey, is that a house cat or is it like drum and bass?
It's a house cat for sure. Well, she's kind of a trap cat, more of a trap cat.
Oh, okay. Hey,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
fair. I like that. I
You
like
get to play in some traps. She'll sprawl out on the coffee table and just feel the bass. She'll look up at you every once in a while. And just, oh, yeah. She loves it. She's a trap.
that.
I'm telling you what.
Man, great morning to all you Taco Tuesdayans today. Make sure that you guys are getting your mind ready. Maybe getting your pens and pencils ready to click and go. But the biggest thing you could do for us is send out something to hit that algo. But he already talked about the algo. I'm not worried about that. I know there's a lot of people that don't get on the X app, that do not get on any of the YouTubes, do not have any idea how to access a podcast. Can you believe that? There's people that actually don't even know how to access a podcast. And it's true. They actually don't. I'm not just saying that. I find out all the time. They have no idea. So if you could send them the link, if you could send a text, maybe even, I don't know, clip the show and say, look, this is just an example of what I'm telling you guys. These guys are awesome. You got to check it out. Might just change their life and make you feel better about what you have contributed to the world around you. We would really appreciate that if you would not mind. But with that being said, we've got some things to go through. Got a busy day. I've got a hard out that I've got to get to because, things happen. I got to move down the road. As a matter of fact, it's kind of funny because this is episode 666. And for a second there, I was like, you know what? I might be a little superstitious. I might try to just not be there for this show. And guess what? Here I am.
Who's to say, who's to know? Shout out Swirl One, episode 666, live in primetime, February 11th, 2025. Who's to say, who's to know? I think we got plenty of vibes. I think we got plenty of good things to talk about. I don't think we got to worry about any omens or, I don't think we got to worry about anything. Hold on, I don't want to play before I want to hear the fucking line, you assholes. That's all I can play. That's all I can play. Who say who's to know? I want to play that whole fucking stuff. Who say who's to know? You might have saw Stevie on the old thumbnail. Maybe we got plenty of things to talk about. Very superstition, riding on the wall. Who say who's to know? But that's once we get into the first segment of the show. And we don't want to get all too hot and bothered, tight up around the collar before we get an opportunity to get the funny bones going and get the juices flowing, blood going, kind of get started for the day. And if you don't know, we begin a very specific way. See, we don't like to start off just smacking you with all this inspiration and motivation. Maybe you haven't even knocked the sleep out of your eyes yet. You got to warm you up a little bit one time for the one time. So this morning, friends, we got a couple of laughs for you here. And whatever side of the fence you fall on, you're going to enjoy these here this morning, my friends. So get ready for your daily knee slapper, your morning laugh, my friends, in the form of a couple of videos. We have another highlight reel. First video this morning. And I tell you what, the more I watch this highlight reel, Swirl One, the more that I go over it, the happier it makes me inside, and the more I find myself saying, I want a goat. They're the best.
Not that one though.
They're the best.
Yes, dude.
I really am. I'm fast as fuck, boy.
I'm fast as fuck, boy. Look, we're twins. I want a goat, bro. I don't know what it is. I want a goat.
I'm telling you, I've seen some of us go. I told you, I was at a pool party. We went head to head, me and that goat. Those little things they're dangerous little
They're vicious, bro.
They are not afraid, and they're so fun. They really are.
Yeah, a mini goat. I don't want one of the big billies that get all the big old belly dragging on the ground and they get really mean and old. But I tell you what, probably Mama Capp is going to end up getting himself a goat. Uh-oh, crap. Now Pride is going to need goats. Kelly-O's going to get goat.
There's not going to be enough energy in that room where you got Pride and a goat at the same time. Kelly-O's like, God save me.
And chickens. Oh man. They're starting their own farm. They're gonna have to rename to the Grateful Breadhead Farm out there is what they're gonna have to do. Who's to say, who's to know? Man. All right. Well, there is maybe a little trip of your trigger. Maybe you like goats. Maybe you've been thinking about getting a goat. Maybe that's the exact morning laugh you needed to get yourself a goat right here live in prime time. So you are very welcome. But maybe that's not the case. Maybe you're not a fan of goats. Maybe you don't like barn animals. I don't know why. That's kind of weird. I mean, those were some of the cutest little things you ever seen in your life. Maybe you're more like Deezy and you're more of a lover of the lightweight, iron pumping, bowling ball bench pressing, shoulder slanging, ab working, incline Smith machine bench pressing. Whatever you got to do to get them boobies bigger. Maybe you're a fan of that. Who's to say, who's to know? So I picked out one of them videos I have. And this here, my friends, is when you go to the gym and maybe they got some new age equipment and you think, oh, you're ready for that new age equipment. Lay it on me, boys. I ain't afraid at all. I come in here every single day. Come on, let's go. So you crank that new age equipment up just like you crank up that old iron slapped on the side of a barbell. And then all of a sudden you say, oh, shit, AI is not the way I thought it was going to be. So, my friends, this morning, just a subtle reminder, you see one of these machines laying around, maybe don't crank it up and take 200 straight to the dome.
It was putting
Wait, when's the 200 coming?
I don't like that. Let me try it again.
It's on right now?
I don't like that shit.
Bro, Do you want to start there or do you want to start on your chest?
Oh, that's the difference right there.
That's 200?
Hey!
That's 200?
200.
Oh, it didn't go yet. Is it hitting you right now?
That's heavier than 200. God damn, that ain't no fucking 200. Oh! That's no 200. Damn.
They about killed that man. They about
like,
killed.
hold on.
Run that back. Oh, run that back, Deez.
That's 200?
200.
Oh, it didn't go yet. Is it hitting you right now?
That's heavier than 200. God damn, that ain't no fucking 200. Oh! That's no 200. Damn. Oh my God.
That ain't no 200. I worry
Bro.
about things like that, dude.
It's on the cables. There's no stability. And then you got the bar, and you could tell he had not great form, and he went to just press it back up, and you ain't pressing that shit back up, and it just slapped over his fucking head. Imagine if you're doing that and you ain't got nobody there with you, dog. You just got that fucking cable bar cranked up to 250, and it just smacked on your fucking forehead. And you're just sitting on your bench, just
motherfucker.
Why would you do that?
one of them ring cameras in the fucking corner, and all of a sudden it zooms in on you, and it's just one of them videos. You're
It's at
probably,
this moment that you
that's
knew.
me.
He fucked up.
That's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up like this. Fucking barbell smashed across the face.
No, can't do it. I would not. I
Oh,
don't touch
shit.
those machines anyway.
No, those scare the shit out of me. And imagine if he wouldn't have been able to turn the damn 200 off, for crying out loud. And then holy shit. Who's to say, who's to know? So, my friends, whether that inspires you to get some new age equipment, or maybe you stay far away from it, or maybe now you're inspired to get a goat or stay far away from goats, whatever might you have been inspired by there with those few vidges, we hope at least it tickled your funny bone and you got you a little bit of a chuckle. Who's to say, who's to know? Well, my friends, it's time to officially proceed with this morning's show. It's time to get into some motivation, some inspiration, some high-level conversation. So, without further ado, here is your reminder to get yourself a fresh cup of water if you ain't drinking a gallon like me. Maybe a fresh cup of Java. You know, maybe I'm gonna do that right here while I'm reminding you. A fresh cup of Java. Maybe, just maybe. A notebook. Some pencils. Maybe a highlighter. If you need a highlighter, maybe a Sharpie if you got to do some extra underlining. Whatever you need to keep track of the knowledge and insights about to come your way, because we are officially underway. And it's time for your first segment of the day, where we give you some mindset perspective and help you get sharpened up and filed down and ready to slay and fillet this day. It's time for your sharpening session. Alrighty then, my friends. Sorry, I got water stuck in my mustache. A little too fast of a sip there. The problems of having a beard sometimes. Alrighty then, my friends. Here we are back live in prime time on episode 666 on this terrific Tuesday morning, February the 11th, 2025. Hope you're ready to come alive, because we are officially live in prime time for your first segment of the day, your sharpening session. And maybe you didn't check the title of the show. Maybe you didn't see the thumbnail, so you won't know. So let me be the first to get you up to date and in the know that this morning, our opening topic of the day is very superstitious. Writings on the wall. He said this is very superstitious. I don't know the words to the song. Didn't don't understand. This superstition ain't the way. You know, it's very superstitious. Stevie Wonder. And it's kind of superstitious that, you know, Stevie be waving at people and shaking hands and stuff if he can't see. I don't know who's to say. Very superstitious. I don't know. Oh, wait, that's decoding the divide. That's Wednesday's topic. Sorry. Here's this topic. Okay. It's very superstitious. Well, if you're above average humming bean, which I imagine many of you are, I'm sure you saw the number of the show and you saw the title of the show and you thought, oh boy, this is probably all going to tie together real well. Yeah, that's right. Oh no, episode 666. We better not do the show. It's the mark of the beast. Oh my gosh, it's over. It's going to be the worst show ever. It's going to be so negative. Oh, we better not do it. We better just skip it, do 667. I had that thought skip past my brain.
Just like they do in some hotels. They don't even put a number 13. Goes from 12 to 13.
I thought, that's kind of stupid. We're sitting here talking about super soldiers and controlling your mindset and all this stuff. And I'm going to skip episode 666. Like I'm a guy that's out here. Oh, if a black cat crosses my path. Oh, no. Oh, shit. I better 30. Oh, fuck. I broke a mirror the other day. 21 years of bad luck. Oh, here we go. Oh, no.
Now? Holy shit, it's got more.
I guess I don't know what it is. I don't even. Hey, that's how out of touch I am with the superstitions. They're just getting there, Hey, I knocked over some salt the other day. I didn't throw any over my shoulder. Fuck, I'm telling you, the mound's still sitting on the counter. I haven't even cleaned it up yet. Said, fuck it. There's walking under ladders, right? You can't do that whole. All these things, right? Oh my goodness, all these superstitions you can't do. Did you know in Lithuania you can't do this? You cannot whistle inside because it is said to summon demons and bring negativity onto the life of the person who is whistling inside. Okay. Did you know in Germany that cheersing with water is said to bring eternal negativity and wish death upon the person that you are cheersing water with? Hold the front fucking door. Okay, hold on.
Tell me this sooner, dude.
That's what. Wait a minute. What I've been doing? So I've been just wish people death my whole life. Okay, well, shit. We just all wished each other death a couple of weekends ago when we cheers with water before we got our drinks. So, what the hell? Her Deezy was wishing us death. We both had margaritas. He had water. What the fuck? Whoa. Holy, who's to say? Who's to know? What I'm trying to tell you, my friends, is there's superstitions left, right, and center. And if you can't tell, I don't believe in the sons of bitches. I don't think they exist. And I'll give you a prime example. A couple weeks back, they were doing some repairs at the gym. There was a couple maintenance guys, and they had ladders up in the locker room and all of this, that, and the third. And one of the ladders was right in front of my locker. Dude was standing up working, and I said, I got to kind of get in there. And he kind of started to come down. I said, don't even worry about it, bro. Keep doing your fucking thing. Just don't drop shit on my head. Walked right under the ladder, opened my shit, grabbed it all, walked back under the ladder. Been just fine ever since. And that was like a month ago now. I don't believe in these things. I'm not going to stop and, oh my gosh, I better not go under I better make this guy go all the way out of his way and move his ladder. And stop it. Oh no, I spilt the salt. I better throw 2 times over my shoulder. And oh no, and look all the time. And oh man, I spilt salt last night. I bet tomorrow's going to be all so bad. Here's the point. Things are as you believe them to be. You ever notice the more superstitious shit you believe in, the more superstitious shit happens? And you ever notice, to take it a step further, and all the things we talk about, the more negative shit you believe in, the more negative shit happens? And other side of the coin, the more positive shit happens? So we could have easily come to this show with 666 and all superstitious, and I don't know, guys. There might be a black cat. Turn around. Hey, I don't know what you. Be careful. Don't break any mirrors today. Whatever it might be, whatever superstition you have, how stupid would that be? We are believing in things that do not exist, believing in things that have been created by society and norms, and this is what you got to say. When that is exactly what we preach against every single day. So who would I be to come to this show and say, oh, here we go, superstitions, everybody. It's crazy. The more you believe in something, the more it is that thing. The more you think it, the more it is your reality. I don't believe in superstitions. Cannot tell you the last time I've even said one. I don't even knock on wood anymore. I don't give a shit. But get out of here. None of that shit. I don't believe in them at all. I believe in me, and I believe in the Most High. And I don't remember anywhere in that book, the basic instructions before leaving Earth, that it told me to knock on wood, that it told me to throw salt over my shoulder, that it told me to worry if I broke a mirror, that it told me to look out for all those ladders I got to walk under. Never, not once. But it told me to not be afraid. It told me to love my neighbor as myself. It told me to keep going forward and that I always have somebody by my side. Isn't that interesting? So maybe these superstitions are of the world. And maybe 6, and especially 666, is not as bad as you think it is. Maybe it does have that connotation from the Bible in Revelation, obviously, the mark of the beast, we know. However, maybe it has some other meanings. And I took the liberty of looking some of those up for you. And if you see 6 repeating 3 times, it means a couple of things. It means that it's time to be more aware of your thoughts and your intentions. Start using the thinker. Start watching the thinker. You control your brain. Your brain doesn't control you. Maybe you're starting to feel more conscious, more alive. That pineal gland starting to decalcify. Maybe this is the time where you really need to focus on those thoughts and where they're going. And are they positive? Are they negative? What are my intentions? One moment at a time. It's also time to inject positivity into your life and others. Seek out positive things. Give positivity into lives of others. See those who are maybe in a negative state of mind and give them positivity. Now is the time. This is your reminder to do that. Number 3, forgive, let go, and move on. I don't know who needs to hear that. No clue. Somebody did this morning. Forgive, let go, and move on. Those are the 3 big things that a sequential 666 means outside of what you traditionally think it of as this society. And I'll tell you a little bit more about 6. Do you know 6 is a perfect number? Do you know that all of its divisors add up to it? So 1 + 2 + 3 = 6. And it's only one of 5 perfect numbers in all of the numbers that we know. I say there's more to 6 than maybe we even understand. Did you know that snowflakes, they have 6 molecules of water at the center, at the core of every single one of them, forming a 6-sided hexagon? Did you know that bees build their honeycombs in the form of 6-sided hexagons? What about carbon, the 6th atomic element, the basis for all life on Earth? I argue that maybe all these superstitions about the number 6 might just have been made up by society to keep you away from some secret that it holds. Now, do I have the secret here of 6 this morning? Absolutely not. More research needs to be done on that. But the main point is, it is what you believe it to be. So you can believe in the superstitions and the negativities and the 666 and oh my gosh, and let the world control you. Let the systems dictate and move you. As I shared on my video yesterday, let an organization that does not even know your name control your behavior and the way you move and the things you do. Or start to depend on you, start to depend on positivity, start to depend on the real things that you know to be true, and stop believing in what the 99% believes in. Who's to say, who's to know? Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe it's very superstitious, but I believe in that as far as this show goes. Who's to say, who's to know? DJ Swirl One, you got any thoughts over there on this opening topic of the day?
Shit, absolutely. And I love the way you started out. You started out pretty strong by talking about, well, gosh, if I see the superstition, I'm going to notice it right away. And I see the ladder. I see these things that I shouldn't be doing. Oh, there's a black cat. Man, a lot of times black cats are cool. They really are, actually. Hey, there's nothing wrong with, hey, why are you being biased to a cat just because of its color?
You
just
caddist
out there.
You damn caddist.
You caddist. Just saying. So if you sit there and deal with that and you start thinking about it, maybe it is your biases that are coming out. And maybe those biases are easy for you to see the more you think about them. And a lot of times that's what people do. They think about all these different things they're not supposed to do. So those things obviously perpetuate themselves into real life because, well, temptation's everywhere. You keep telling yourself that's what I'm not supposed to do. So, hey, just like the red car, I see the red car everywhere now because I bought a red car. Now there's red cars everywhere. I didn't know everybody had red cars. But it's because your mind is trained to look at it that way. And it's kind of interesting because, superstitions are really just fear showing you're biased. And that's what it is. If you're looking at something and you're fearful of something, you're afraid of let's think about this. What is the repercussion of breaking glass? They say they're mirrors. They say it's 7 years bad luck is what they say. But has anybody ever put that to a test and said, I broke a mirror. Let's see how my next 7 years go. No, everybody forgets they broke the mirror after like 3 or 4 days, sometimes even less than that. They don't even think about it. And then that bad luck, you know what it is? It's gone. There was nothing to it. But you know why people think they have bad luck? Because they focus on the broken mirror. They broke that mirror 3 months ago. Oh man, I broke that mirror. That's probably why I have bad luck right now. That's probably what my life's going. Man, I got 7 more years of this. And they continue to think that way because that mirror will never leave their mind. And they keep thinking in the past and they don't think in the present. They're not ready for right now. So they keep thinking every time something bad happens, it's because of some existential force that came to me when I broke this mirror. But that's not what it is at all. If they forgot they broke the mirror, they probably have a good day. And if you start thinking about the things that you can do with people, we talk about the positive fish. They get more food. It's true. They do. Do negative fish get food? 100%. But do they get the best food? No, they're probably just getting the scraps. They're probably just, wait, there's one right there. Get it. I don't know if I can get that or not. I don't know. It looks pretty slow. It might even be hurt a little bit. You know what? I might not be able to eat it because it's hurt. Oh my gosh, hold on. Let me get over there. And they eat whatever they can. They don't go for all that's out there. You talk about injecting positivity, and that's really creating the positive bias in any room. And as you inject that to the world, the more light that I can gather, the more I can send out. And yes, I'm injecting it every single time of the day. There's never a day where I feel like I'm not going to win. Now, do I win every day? Hell no, I don't win every day. But do I feel like I'm losing? No, absolutely not. I feel like I've done something, even if it was a step backwards. I'm glad I did it. I got to learn something from it, and I'm going to continue forward. The positivity I have for my life, it knows no bounds. I'm going to always look at things. I don't care what mirrors are broken. I don't care what ladders are walked under, and I don't care how many black cats are in front of me. I'm going to look at it. I don't see cats all the time because I don't really frequent people's houses with cats. The last cat I saw was Matilda. The last cat I seen before that was God, I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you. So if I actually see a black cat in front of me, I'm not going to think superstitious. Somebody be like, yo, check out that black cat. I never see cat and a black one of all that. How lucky is that? It's the way you think about things. I'm not going to look at it and think it's a bad thing. I'm probably going to try to befriend the cat. Hey, little guy, pss, 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 right? Come on. Hey, don't tell me your cat don't know about no pss, 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 pss. I'm telling you. So, and the last thing I'll bring up is you talk about hexagons. And hexagons are a big thing. I'm really excited about hexagons. I like them. I've always thought about the design. It's a very strong design. That's one reason why it's made. It can't be crushed as easily as other things. And another thing, too, if you didn't know, that's why you see a lot of the car grills made out of hexagons, because it allows wind to go through very quickly and easily, allows a lot of circulation with strength at the same time. So when you look at the way that nature builds things, it's on purpose. The snowflakes are on purpose. They have the hexagon that the bees are working on. It's purpose. There's something about that design that creates strength. So when you look at a 6 and you think of a hexagon, I always think they're strong. I don't ever look at them and say, oh man, no, that's bad luck, or oh, there's 3 of them in a row, or anything. I don't ever think of it that way. So think about the strength you can get from having a 6-sided object around you. Literally, it is very strong. It is something that's going to allow circulation. And I love the one thing you said. Yeah, you need to inject positivity in your life or somebody else's when you see those 3, 1, 2, and 6, 6, 6 in a row. Hey, that's a great time. If you're superstitious at all, what's the best thing you can do when you feel something negative? I'm just going to push that PLP, baby. That's how we do it.
Damn straight, man. Shout out Swirl One. Great thoughts. I was trying to find that video on the number 9. Of course, I can't find it on the show again. As 2 times I've referenced it, I can't find it. But there's just, I don't know. There's something about 6 and 9 and 69 giggity for the culture.
He's at 6'9".
There's just there's something about the numbers and something about the hexagons, and I don't know. I feel like I got to do some more research, and it is what you believe it to be, right? And that's the key thing. And Glue said it, and it was just, you kept hitting on it. It's just a mindset thing, man. It all comes down to how you want to view things, how you want to see the world. And you've heard the quote over and over again, your thoughts become your reality. It's the truth. It is the honest to God truth. What did Malka tweet the other day? X post, whatever. It was something, today is yesterday's tomorrow. And I just posted right underneath it, clocks don't give a fuck about time until they stop. Whoa. So you spent all day yesterday worrying about tomorrow, and then now you spend all day today worrying about tomorrow. So you're never really in the present moment. That's why I got one moment at a time. Wherever my doggone, where did my little sticker go? Oh, what? Man, I got shit all, man. I tell you what, Swirl One, I'm bass backwards. You saw my apartment yesterday. Oh, son of a bitch. I don't know where my OMAD is.
I actually feel bad for him. He looked like I did the other day when I was moving.
Oh, it's on the floor? How's it on the floor? Hold on, everybody. I'm sorry. This is why I got these reminders. Here it is. It was on the floor. I don't know why, how the hell it got up. It might have been a Matilda thing. That's kind of what that seems like to me. But it's a reminder to me to keep my toes pushed into the ground, to take one moment at a time, to be happy and grateful for the present moment, because it's so easy to think about all the problems and things that you got coming around the bend, and oh my gosh, oh no, and then all of a sudden, all the things that you created in your mind, they never even happened. It never even actually works out the way that you have it going on in your head. And you know why that is? It's not because we're afraid of the unknown. I saw this in a clip yesterday. The unknown is the unknown. It's as unfamiliar with us as we are with it. We don't fucking know what it is. We're not afraid of the unknown. We're afraid of past pain, regret, trial, and tribulation that looks somewhat similar to this circumstance that we're afraid could potentially happen again. But here's the thing. The only way it happens again is if you're not learning, is if you're not gaining true knowledge. And true knowledge is when you have the same circumstance, but this time with a new outcome. You do something a little bit differently. And maybe it looks a little bit different. Maybe it is a little bit bigger, but that's the whole point of life. It's not the product, it's the process. The process is the product. So maybe if you realize that, and you realize all your trials and tribulations, they just keep getting a little bit bigger, and they're just on the same exact path. But the beautiful part is, at the same time, you just keep getting a little bit better too. You just start understanding it. I posted out yesterday, starting to understand this game one move at a time. The more I move pieces around, the more I go this way and I check this way, and ooh, that ain't right. Then I move this way. Oh, that's how that works. Okay, all right. I told you this last night, Swirl. I'm a student of this game, man. I study this whole game that we find ourselves in, and then I go and I apply it into the things that we're doing, and I see the results. And I know it is only a matter of time with these mindsets, the things we talk about, what we do, that the world will know. That's all I know, my man.
I agree with you on that. And you're right. It's all about the way you think about this life and what you got to do every day is always think you're going to win. Like I said, does it happen every day? No, you're not going to win every day.
I love that, dude. I don't mean to cut you off. I love that. Never a day where I feel like I'm not going to win.
It's the truth. I feel like I'm winning. Now, does it mean I'm going to? No. But here's the one thing I know about it is that somehow or another, I'm going to persevere today. I'm going to make it through. Whether I have killed it or didn't kill it, I'm going to learn something. So tomorrow, if that same circumstance comes up or the same situation, I treat it differently. I look at that and say, hey, the other day, this is what I got from that. And so if I do it this way, will it create a different outcome? Yes, it will. And if I can do that, then I have data to measure it against. And now I know, hey, am I on the right path or not? And if I know that I got further away last time and I got closer to it this time, we talk about time. What is it? It's only data, right? It's on the back of the shirt. You got to have data to compare it. You need to know what you're working with. And sometimes your own actions compile data that you don't even pay attention to. And there's a lot of people out there that don't even pay attention to what they do on a daily basis. They just go through the mind, think, well, this is how I've always done. I met somebody yesterday. And the one thing, as I talk to everybody everywhere I go, because one thing I do when I talk to people and I'm trying to learn about a business or something is I ask questions, and I'll ask every single person in the room the same question one-on-one, and I'll receive 5 different answers. But in those 5 different answers, I'm going to get some similarities. I'm going to get some averages. I'm going to get some data that looks the same. And there's one thing that I'll tell you is that when somebody says, hey, you know what? I've always done it this way. I've done this for 20 years and I've done it this way all the time. Okay. Let me ask you something. I appreciate the fact you've been able to survive for 20 years by doing this. But are you thriving? Are you doing what you want? And do you feel good about what you're doing? Because for the past 20 years, this has been your level. You didn't do this like you're supposed to after 20 years. It is compounding interest. And if your time is not compounding with your knowledge and your talent, then let me tell you something. You're doing something wrong.
Secrets to this thing called life here this morning, my friends. Who's to say, who's to know? Boy, oh boy. Woo! The bombs are dropping every which direction. I hope you brought a fire extinguisher to the show this morning, my friends, because the flames are hot. Holy shit, Swirl One. Woo! That's a good perspective right there. I appreciate you. That's some good stuff right there. Total opposite side of the coin, and we ended up going down a whole other different rabbit hole from the original topic. That's what I'm talking about, man. Woo! Hope you guys got some good notes. Hope you enjoyed those opening thoughts. Hope you're feeling good. Hope you're feeling great. I'm thinking me and Swirl could probably talk another 2 hours about that exact topic right there. However, he's got a tin can to catch at some point in time here, and a drive and all types of fun shit. All that fun shit. So we got to keep this proverbial show train steaming on down the tracks and continue its route to Perspective Station. My friends, it is time to get into your second segment of the day, where we pop some clips up on the screen. We talk a little shit in regards to said clips. We give you some perspective, some insight, some knowledge. We say, ooh, we agree with that. Or maybe, ooh, no, I don't like that at all. Who's to say, who's to know what's happening today before clips coming your way on the opposite side of this transition, baby, because it's time for your Reaction Refinery. All right, you chicken suckers and chicken suckerettes, welcome back in.
What you talking about?
This what you talking about. The second segment of the day on this fine episode 666 of Forge and Fuel on this terrific Tuesday morning, February the 11th, 2025. Hope you've been coming alive, but maybe you're just joining us here on the program, and maybe you need a little jolt, a little dash, a little fire under the ass to get you going on this Tuesday morning. Well, if so, you came to the right place, because we got plenty more show coming your way. And my friends, it's time to get into your 4 inspirational / motivational / vibrational clips here on this February the 11th. So without further ado, we get into your first clip of the day, featuring a young man, a motivational speaker, a thought provoker, an entrepreneur, a wearer of many hats, who goes by the name of Willie Spears. And Willie's here this morning, joining us from the University of Kentucky locker room, where he's given a motivational speech, a little clip from the motivational speech, where he lets us know that adversity reveals the real you.
Balls look alike, but we won't know what's inside of them until they face adversity. So this ball right here, it doesn't bounce as high. Look the same, but when it gets slammed against adversity, when things don't go his way, when his girlfriend break up with him, when he don't get the number he want, when the play been going him out, we make a change on Saturday. When things don't go his way, he pouts. He big, he got muscles, he strong, he fast, but he's still a boy. See, Coach said the difference between a boy and a man is a boy do what he want to do, and a man do what he have to do. See, just because you stand up and pee don't make you a man. Just because you can smash every girl in Lexington don't make you a man. Just because you tatted up, you look good, you strong, you got a big truck, that don't make you a man. You just a big boy. A man handles his responsibility. A man will be revealed when he faces adversity. And when you face adversity, what's inside of you, everyone gonna know.
Bruh.
Just because you stand up to pee don't make you a man. That right there, some shit, huh? I'm tired.
Bruh.
Oh,
He really took it.
Ugh.
I love the fact that he used the ball to show the difference, and nobody could tell the difference. That's why the whole Tom Brady thing is deflate gate, right? That's the thing. You can't tell that the ball doesn't have the same PSI inside of it, but when you throw it against the wall, you're going to notice that. And when that wall hits that ball, or the ball hits the wall like we do all the time, the proverbial, oh my gosh, here comes the wall. What happens? Do you have force to push through that sucker? And if you don't, how far back are you going to pop back off of it? Because you know what? You need to have some bounce back to that. You got to have some of that. You got to have a little bit of spring in your step. And he's absolutely correct. Just because you can go get all the girls, just because you have the big truck that sits on 86s and, sits like this as you're driving, does not make you a man. I'm sorry, it does not. You know what does? Handling the 4 or 5 things every single damn day you're supposed to. Getting up and thinking you're going to win all the time. Giving the people around you the things they need to feel confident and secure about your time in their life. Because I tell you what, men don't have time to confuse people. We got too many damn decisions to make. We got too many things to do in a day. So the last thing I'm going to do is try to work on some trivial things, try to get some dumbass, I don't know, clout from some shirt or something I'm wearing so that I can go out there and try to find a girl so I can say I'm the man. No. I'm the man because I stand up every day and I try to win. I do not go to bed without doing the 4 or 5 things that I need to do every day. That's what it is when he talks about handling his responsibilities.
100%, man. Getting 1% better every single day. Being a super soldier. What we talk about is what it means to be a man. If you want to run in the yard with the big dogs, you got to quit pissing on the porch with the puppies. The buck stops here. I am a person of action. It is my mission to keep my life long and my mind strong. I will choose to forge my own path and go where others have not gone before. That is our creed, and there's a reason that is our creed. That speaks to exactly what Willie just said right there. Men handle their business. No matter how shitty it gets, no matter how tight the walls start closing in, no matter how dark the hallway is, no matter how long it is till they got to find that next door, they still keep walking. And me and Swirl had this conversation last night. Had this conversation of, oh, well, we could just be boys. We could just be boys, wrap it up, throw it up, just become another statistic. Fuck it. About 5 seconds after that thought passed, we're men, dog. What the fuck are we talking about?
That
was retarded. Never mind. Fuck that thought. That was stupid. We're men. Never mind. Okay. Back to it. Back to the grind. It happens to the best of us. Just realize that, man, boys let things happen. Men make things happen. Who's to say? Who's to know? Shout out Willie Spears. Banger right there, baby. Woo! Second clip of this fine second segment of this fantastic morning show features a man we feature on this program quite often because he is a motivational man who has tons of perspective that he can dish out the only way he can. And every time he brings something to this show, it seems to stir up all types of thoughts. So joining us this morning, the one and only Alex Hormozy, here this morning to give us some perspective on the ease of life.
Father used to tell me, a focused fool can accomplish more than a distracted genius. And so your most valuable asset isn't your time, it's your attention. A man with time and distractions will always lose to a man with a deadline and a singular focus. And so it's never been easier to be successful than it is today. It's just also never been easier to be distracted.
Bro.
That's the key.
That right there is massive. And I think I even put it here. I'm looking, please forgive me as I'm looking at my post for today. Yeah, I said right here, I just heard someone say, unfortunately, some people were not put here to evolve. They're here to remind you what it looks like if you don't. And it all makes so much sense. And then I wrote on there, GM, not everyone is supposed to make it. The distractions are too much. I said it this morning. So I was already on that. And it's funny because, there's been some, and I've thought about this lately. There was a lyric I heard the other day that talked about somebody who really put all their work into their craft. And just like Capp said, everybody has that little, they put, God puts it in 1,000 people's heads and off they go. And he tries to figure out. And this person said, hey, a lot of people had this same dream. A lot of people had this same thing. We're doing it at the same time, but they were too distracted playing Madden, chasing women, doing all these different things. And that person didn't do those things. and they stayed focused. And I tell you all the time, the attention economy is where the real economy comes from. That's the currency you really need to be watching out for. Where am I giving my attention? Because that right there is taking all your time and energy. And those are the most, seriously, the most hard resources to get. You can't get them back. They are not finite. There is no way to say, hey, by the way, what I just said I can take back. When it flies out, it's over. You have to understand that attention economy, that's the only thing that matters. That's the currency you don't want to waste.
Yeah, I like that perspective a lot, man. And just, it's never been more easy to be successful. The access to information and the internet and ability to network and connect with people through many social media platforms, whether you want to do it more business oriented through LinkedIn or whether you want to find somebody crazy through X, whatever the case might be, it has never been easier to find success, but it has also never been harder or never been easier to find distraction. Never been easier to just get stuck into the screen, just scrolling through TikToks over and over and over again, going and turning on the Xbox, getting done with your 9 to 5, saying, I can work on that dream tomorrow. I'm flipping on Netflix, passing out on the couch, waking up at 11 o'clock, going to bed, waking up, doing it all over again. There's more to life than that. And man, so many people just don't have focus. And if you can just have a little bit of focus, a little bit of discipline, a little bit of drive, a little bit of determination, you're going to be so much further ahead than 99% of people in this world. And it's so wild how easy it is on both sides of the coin these days. It is absolutely insane. And I think it, again, kind of to bring it full circle, it comes down to, do you want to believe in the system or do you want to believe in you? What's your choice? Who's to say, who's to know? Shout out Alex Hermosi. Whoo! The ease of life, baby. Whoo, baby. Your third clip on the second segment of the day, my friends, does not feature any high-level humming beans. However, it does feature a reel. And this reel actually builds upon itself and has a whole story and everything. It's not just random images and shit flashing across your screen. It's got a whole thing to it. So, my friends, let's watch this little clip here on some valuable perspective pertaining to the root cause.
Worker noticed a drop of oil on the floor. Most people's first reaction would be to wipe it away, but this worker didn't. Instead, he asked himself, "Why is there oil here?" Looking up, he saw oil leaking from a bolt. An ordinary person might tighten the bolt and move on, but he didn't stop there. He wondered, why is only this bolt leaking oil while the others are fine? He removed the bolt for inspection and discovered that its rubber gasket had deteriorated. The next logical step would be to replace the gasket, but he dug deeper. Why did this gasket fail while the others are still intact, even though they were installed at the same time? To investigate further, he removed a few nearby bolts and examined them on the workbench. He found that the defective gasket came from a different supplier than the others. He reported his findings to the procurement department, helping them improve their supplier evaluation process and quality control procedures. When you don't understand the root cause of a problem, any effort you make only addresses the surface. To truly solve an issue, you must dig deep and ask why at least 5 times. This approach reveals the core of the problem and allows you to resolve it thoroughly.
So I'm going to tell you something, guys. The 5 whys is one of my secrets. It's funny he even brought that up right there. I have the 5 whys. I use it every day. I used it yesterday about 5 times. And I don't mean to say 5, but I really did, because I interviewed 5 people yesterday. And every one of them, I would continue to ask. And it's a funny thing, whether you ask somebody else when they're trying to figure something out, or you even ask yourself something, and then they why do you think this happened? Well, this isn't okay. Well, why did that happen? And they kind of start walking. You start walking them down the path. By the 5th why, they've almost come up with their own synopsis, their own solution. They're like, damn, I didn't even think about that. And it's all they're doing is you're literally asking them to examine the bolt. No, go look at it again. Go look a little closer. Take that thing off. What's the next why? Well, why did that happen? I don't know. Let me take that next bolt off. Why did that happen? I don't know. Let me take that next bolt off. Why did that happen? Well, that's why. and they figure it out. And that's the wonderful thing about what I do is I don't have to think of very much as far as being a consultant or helping people create solutions. I just have to know the right triggers and questions to ask at the right time. And then they come up with them. And then all I got to do is help them implement them. It's an amazing job that I got. But that right there really talked about it. The 5 whys you can ask yourself, hey, why am I in this situation? Well, because I got with this crazy girl. Well, why did that happen? Well, because that night I was out with my friends trying to be stupid. And I was looking for bitches. Well, why that happened? Well, guess what? I guess I found a bitch when I went out there. Well, yeah, what happened? Well, you know what? I wasn't doing my business and I was out there chasing bitches. And now I got this bitch. I got this problem. Well, there's my problem. You know what I mean? Like it's funny how you just walk down the path and you figure it out.
100%, man. I love the 5 whys. And also what he said there at the end is the core. That's the key. Find the core. And that was something Mama Capp taught me. And I've always just hung on to that from her is find the core. What is the core? Why are you so fucking mad right now? Why are you so spun out of control? What is the core of this? Are you really mad at me or are you mad at something going on in your life? Well, I got all this going. Okay, you got that going on. Why is that impacting you so much? Well, if I got this reason or that reason, okay. Well, if that's happening, then what might happen here? Oh, well, shit, I guess I don't have that many problems. All right, I understand how stupid it was. And it's the exact same thing. You just help somebody find the core, find the reason why they're so pissed off or so upset or whatever the case might be, and do it for your own life. Just find the core. Why is my trigger trip so much right now? What the hell's wrong with me? Why am I flying off the handle with that person? That person didn't do nothing. They just cut me off in traffic. I don't even know that person. I'm never going to see him again. Why did I just throw him the double birds and honk at him 5 times and scream and yell at the top of my lungs until I couldn't see him anymore? Bruh. Why did I do that? Whoa. And the more you can catch yourself in those moments, say, what's the core? Then you're going to find the reason why things make you tick. And then you're going to be able to work on those things and make them 1% better. Hence, go look yourself in the mirror and say, hey, this is where we did good. This is where we didn't do good. Let's improve upon that tomorrow. Telling you what, you're going to keep going through the same circumstances until you learn to produce a new outcome. Woo! Preaching to the choir. Who's to say, who's to know? 4th and final clip of the 2nd segment of this fine morning show is a clip that ties together some things that I was saying a little earlier. Maybe we revisit this topic, make this a whole sharpening session. Who's to say, who's to know? Because this is a really important topic that a lot of people struggle with. I struggle with, still struggle with from time to time. It's so easy to do. Well, my friends, this right here is another reel. This time is some flashing images and different things going on your screen, but it does have a narration, and it is some perspective on the stories we create.
Lies we believe are the scenarios we create in our heads. There is generally a far greater gap between what we believe and what has actually happened. When someone takes too long to respond to us, we don't ask, we assume. We convince ourselves someone is ignoring us when they're just going through something difficult. We come up with a lot of explanations. They're angry, they're distant, they're losing interest. Instead of sending a simple text asking for clarification, we suffer through our made-up scenarios because creating these stories seems safer to us. It's our fear of vulnerability making things up so we don't have to ask simple questions. Yet the simple question we're afraid to ask is far less painful than the stories we create to avoid asking it. Assumptions can become a habit in an attempt to protect ourselves, but they're exactly what we should avoid. Rather than assuming, ask, seek to understand.
So crazy. That's absolutely correct. You know what it is, I think, when people hesitate to do things or when they look at it and I don't know, they're afraid of the embarrassment. They're afraid of the ridicule. They're afraid of, and it's not even from anybody else. They feel it inside. Oh, I failed. Oh, I'm so embarrassed right now. Who cares? Nobody's watching. Nobody's going to look back at the highlight reel and be like, oh, I can't believe you did that right there, Swirl. I'm going to keep that tab right there. Tally mark put down. I see that all the time. And it's just like the other day I get on a plane and let me tell you guys something. I never, ever, ever, ever get to sit by any beautiful women. It never happens. All of a sudden I sit down. I'm like, well, hello there.
Well, how do you do, stranger?
Oh, how are you? quite an interesting ride that we're on right now. A big tin can, and
Oh, you say you like horchata?
so I had nothing to lose. I'm like, you know what? This never happened. So what are you gonna do? I'm gonna go and say hi. And you know what? I thought the guy, I'm not gonna lie, the little voice in my back of my head, what if this guy next to him looks at you and says, what a cheesy, what a this? I'm like, I don't care. I never sit next to a beautiful woman. I'm saying hi. And so I immediately said hi about it. Didn't go very far, but I was not embarrassed, nor was I shut down. But I will say this: you don't try it. You don't worry about where that little embarrassment comes from. Usually it's you laughing at yourself. And if you're okay with laughing at yourself, you're like, don't take yourself that seriously. We're not going to make it out alive. What does it matter what you do? What does it matter who you talk to? What does it matter what chances you take? What does it matter if you go out today and shine that PLP and everybody looks at you like you got 4 heads? Who cares? Doesn't matter. You, my friend, are the only one that can judge you. And as long as you're confident in what you're doing, it won't matter what you do.
Some motherfuckers' palms probably got a little sweaty. You started talking about sitting next to a attractive woman on an airplane. Oh my gosh, what do I do? What do I say? Hey, guess what? What is she doing? What is she wearing? What is she holding? Well, she's sitting on a fucking airplane with you, and you don't typically get sat next to hot women. Usually you get sat next to fatty McFat-asses that smell terrible, and you notice she's in shape. Holy shit. I just got to tell you, I never get sat next to women as beautiful as you, and I am starstruck right now. I'm usually sat next to some 400-pound dude I can barely even share the seat with. I am so happy right now. And if she doesn't laugh at that, then okay, just avoid that situation. All good. She ain't got a sense of humor. But what did I say? You can make them laugh and giggle. You can make that booty bounce and jiggle. Who's to say? Who's to know? Just say what you're doing right there. Talk right there and have a fucking conversation. We could stop complicating it. I don't know if I say the wrong thing and if I don't go in this direction and then she might not. You're afraid of the unknown. You're not even afraid of the unknown. You're afraid of the past rejection, the past pain, the past shit, your past heartbreaks. Oh no, if I approach this woman and everything goes good and we end up getting married, she's going to rip my heart out. Motherfucker, you haven't even said hi to her yet. Come on.
Think about the kids.
Thinking about the kids and the white picket fence. I know how it works, boys. I know. You see her, you see your whole life flash in front of your eyes. You see the woman of your children. You see the wife. Oh, fuck. Ah! And then you turn the other way and you can't fucking approach her.
And you never said hi.
And then there goes your wife. There went your fucking wife, pal. I tell you what, I did it the other day. It will throw fucking women for a loop, my boy. If you just go up to a woman that you find incredibly attractive and just go up to them, say, hey, didn't mean to interrupt. I just had to tell you, I think you're incredibly beautiful. I know a lot of other guys in here are probably looking at you. I just wanted to be the one to look at you and actually come and say something. Oh, thank you. Guarantee it. Now, anytime that person sees me, that woman sees, oh, hey, how's it going? They know my face. They know me. Giving out free game here for you this morning, kids. Who's to say, who's to know? I mean, mental, physical, financial, mindset, women. What the fuck you want? What else you want around here? I mean, come on, man. We got dipshits with 10x followers than us talking about 100x stupider shit than we're talking about. I mean, what the fudge are we talking about right now? Who's to say, who's to know? There's your reaction, Refinery. Your second segment of this fine morning show. Shout out to Willie Spears, Alex Hermosi. That perspective on the root cause and the stories we create. My friends, now is your time to connect with us. Now is the moment that we transition to saying, what up to you, the live viewer? We break that third wall and we go right into the live chat. So if you got something burning on the brain, melting on the heart, festering on the soul, you got maybe a question in regards to something that we've talked about today, or maybe you got a question in regards to an obstacle that you're going through in your life that you like some insights how to turn it into a straight opportunity. Whatever it might be, drop it over there in the live chat. And after we get through this brief transition, we will shift up on the screen and start popping those comments one at a time.
Nah, man.
As we get into your third and final segment of the day, it's time to get that final arrow out of the quiver and shoot it your way on your Answers from the Anvil. I can't just, it's just like a song you just feel like you need to milli rock to. I don't wow, 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 wow. I don't know. It just kind of makes me feel good inside. Who's to say, who's to know? Hey, don't fucking shake your head at me. All right. Just because you
I don't
stand
know the
behind,
milli rock, bro. I don't know any of those dances.
just because you stand behind the booth and get the old Swirl One going.
Yeah,
right?
gangsters don't dance with boogie, bro.
Get the old Swirl One going. Shit. Well, my friends, here we are on your answers from the Anvil. Time to connect with you, the live viewer. See what the hell's going on in that chat. I've been seeing it popping all morning long. DEEZY, shift us up, my guy. Who we got out there live in prime time this morning? Oh, the anticipation.
That's pretty intense.
The anticipation.
Bro.
Makes the heart grow fonder. Albright's Fur Farm. Great morning, everyone. Great morning, Jared Albright and all the amazing humming beans and furry critters over there at Albright's Fur Farm. We appreciate the hell out of you. That reminds me, just that, make the people wait for it. Michael Jackson, when he did his Super Bowl appearance, made the entire production team wait 2 minutes. If you go back and watch his thing, yes, 100%. I had no idea. I didn't know that wasn't pre-planned. He literally told the production team, do not start until I give you the cue of me putting up my hands. And you notice he takes them down real slow to let him start the track and let it go. But he literally, 2 minutes, just talk about energy and aura. Controlling being a general, and they're screaming in the background, come on, Michael, take the glasses, come on, Michael. And he can't hear him, he don't give a damn, and he's just, oh fuck, oh, that don't fire you up. Oh boy, I tell you what. Shout out Jared Albright, we appreciate you, man. Iron Shag, bruh, Cap spitting game this morning. Shout out to you, my man, appreciate you. Me and Swirl were both on fire this morning. We had some shit on episode 666. Grammy P, GP, great morning, GP, GMGM family. Have a terrific day. Spread PLP. Blessings to all. Shout out to you, GP. Right back your way. Mr. Metal, one half of the Metal Crazies. G to the M fam. Let's crush this Tuesday. Remember to always be you and don't be afraid to build in the dark. Sometimes it's needed to be private and then show off what you want to show off. Damn straight. I love that perspective. Winning in the dark, 150%, good sir. Be ready for when them bright lights shine. Mrs. Metal, the other half of the Metal Crazies. Great morning, fam. Happy Taco Tuesday. Remember that every day is an opportunity to create a masterpiece called life. So don't let yesterday discourage you because it's in the past. Grab up that paintbrush and start painting on the canvas again. Who's to say, who's to know? Shout out to you, Mrs. Metal. Great morning, everyone, says Chris Azumala. Have a spectacular Taco Tuesday. Right back your way, Mr. Oswomata. I got a Taco Tuesday post I got to put out, so everybody keep your eyes peeled. I'm putting that out first thing this morning. It's pretty doggone funny. Who's to say, who's to know? Been holding that since I found it this weekend. Kim Jones, do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. Thanks for the reminder. Question. Either if you have any fears. No. Fear doesn't exist in my vocabulary. Defeat.
I'm afraid of getting to the end of my life and turning around and saying, damn, I wish I would have done that.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, I'm not afraid of the dark. I'm not afraid of spiders. I guess I'm kind of afraid of snakes. I don't really know why. Well, why? Like, because I just don't like snakes. I've never been bitten by a snake or anything. I just fucking hate snakes,
bro. And you just,
yeah, that's true. Oh, that's a great point.
Right.
Oh, you can never, dude, that's a great point. Oh, you can never control them. Oh, shit. Whoa.
Yeah, they don't think with any type of emotion in any way, shape, or form. They don't have recollection. Like they don't.
And that's almost like all reptiles.
Yeah, that's why you don't trust them. Because you're afraid of the unknown. You don't know what they can do. And they don't know either. They don't think.
They don't know either.
They don't know either. They're just off instinct.
Oh, and if they feel even slightly threatened for no fucking reason,
you're hit. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, them motherfuckers with the anacondas draped all over them and shit, and then make one wrong move. Yeah. Oh, Ethel, 80 years old, holding the fucking anacondas for the kids at the exhibit, part of the Kiwanian clubs. Holy yeah, that thing's don't even get me started on that. Who's to say, who's to know? I like that perspective though, Mama Bear. And yeah, I would say that was probably my only fear right now. I mean, yeah, that'd be kind of what I'm thinking. Who's to say, who's to know? Do not be afraid. Do not seek the treasure. Do not seek the treasure. Shout out, Mama Bear. We love you. JK Big Time, crush the day, everyone. Shout out to our nation's capital connection. We appreciate you, sir. Crush the day yourself. Bella Rossi, the beautiful Mama Snow. Fantastic morning, everyone. Have a great day. Have a great day yourself, young lady. We appreciate you. Who else we got out there? DWEZYY. Taking a gander through the comment section. Another.
Oh, good old Nick. Shout out to Nick.
Shout out Nick's Travel Vlogs. Hi, you nerd. Great morning, Nicky boy. Hope you're having a solid start to the day, my man. Slugbug, I came in at the right time. Morning, y'all. Great morning, Slugbug. We must have been singing. Who's to say, who's to know? Oh, I think I was singing. That's probably at the beginning. It's a mindset thing. Shout out to G. Lou. Appreciate the reminder. Shout out to you and Mrs. G. Lou. Always crushing the game and setting the standard of what couples should be. And speaking of setting the standard of what couples should be, Kelly O and Pride Stanford. Crap, now Pride is going to need goats. Well, who's to say, who's to know? We thought about it. Hey, get some goats. You can name them Capp and Swirl and Deezy, and then you got us with you all the time. Who's to say, who's to know?
That'd be a mess.
Couple of just three bunch of goats. Who's to say, who's to know? Kim Jones, bet father will strongly suggest, nah.
That's so
Mama, she is the best. No, she's tried to get goats and chickens and cows, and every time she brings something up, father just gives her this look. And then her thoughts kind of just dissipate. Oh, now she's, oh, here you go. Oh, now I know what I want. A goat to go with my mini cow, chickens, and donkeys. See, I wasn't lying. She wants a whole damn farm. She's got the room for the farm, but here's the deal. She'd get the farm on the property, and then after about a couple of days, she'd be tired of taking care of the farm. And I think father would end up taking care of the farm, is what he realized.
100%.
Who say, who should know? So, yeah, maybe we just gave you some manly perspective. Who's to say, who's to know, Mama Bear? Real Cats live in the chat. GM friends, thank you for a great show. Seek to understand. Yes, ma'am. You're very welcome. Appreciate you tuning in this morning. Who else we got out there? DWEZYY. Albright's Fur Farm. What a great show, guys. Thank you. Shout out to you, Jared. We appreciate the hell out of you. Thank you for all your support, all your endless love to the fam and the Diamond Hand Media Group. Shout out to all you beautiful humming beings live in prime time in the chat. Can't thank you enough for helping that third segment of the day continue to flow. Don't forget, if you ever have questions, we'd love to answer those on the show, and you can send more full-length questions. If you got something you want to be a little more anonymous about, but you're dealing with an obstacle that you want some perspective on how to turn it into an opportunity, you can send those questions to the show, to the email that you see in the ticker down there, askfnf@thedhmgroup.io. That is ask, A-S-K-F, the letter N, F, at thedhmgroup.io. As it slowly leaves your screen, you can send your questions, your perspectives, whatever you might want over there, and we'll bring them to the show and let you know what we think. And if I so vaguely remember, the last person to ask us a question about what he should potentially do did said thing and is finding some damn good success in his life right now. So who's to say, who's to know? Maybe we could just be the spark of inspiration that helps you catch a flow. Well, my friends, that is your morning show. Episode 666 is officially dusted. It's very superstitious. Sharpening Session. Little reaction refinery for you. Answers from the Anvil. Shout out to all you beautiful humming beings that make this show what it is every single morning. But it's time to wrap it up. Paper or plastic, put a bow on that summer beach. And you know how we do that around here. We begin by checking back in with the man, the myth, the legend on the opposite side of the screen, DJ Swirl One. Any final thoughts, comments, reminders, perspectives, questions, anything in between for episode 666?
I'm very glad I didn't miss this show. I thought about it because I had something to do. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be late to what I got to do today because I wanted to make sure I made the show. No, you don't understand. I literally could have just said, hey, I've got this going on. Forget about 60. And I was like, you know what? That would be wrong. And I literally said it. Like, I don't care. I'm showing up. So, hey, if I'm not superstitious and can pull up to this thing, you can get over your biases and your superstitions and start winning the day. Remember what I said earlier? I always believe I'm going to win today. Do I always win? That doesn't mean I always win, but I always believe I'm going to. At the end of the day, one way or another, if I made it through and I have an opportunity to open those 2 gifts tomorrow, I'm going to try to win tomorrow as well. So, my friends, take this Taco Tuesday knowledge with you. Have an incredible day. I do have to get on the road, so I'm going to hit the button and be on my way out because I got to change the shirt thing. Right over there. I got to be going. We out there. So appreciate you all. Have a great day. Cap, appreciate you. DZ, you're the man.
Thank you very much. That's really nice. Thank you.
I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Shout out, Swirl One. Have some quality travels today. We'll catch you on the flip side tomorrow morning, my man. Have a terrific rest of your Tuesday because you, sir, deserve it. As for all you beautiful human beings out there, tapped in, tuned in, locked in, live in prime time, still to Forge and Fuel. Couple of reminders for you. Nothing going on this evening. No shows, no spaces, nothing for you to get involved in. But speaking of, maybe it's a great time for you to start your journey in the Gateway. We are on a bi-weekly networking meeting week, so it is a hell of an opportunity for you to get involved, meet members of the fam, go back and forth, get that high-quality conversation you've been searching for. We got that on Thursday evening at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. That is 4:30 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you tap into that. I got to make sure I set the timing right on that. That thing's been jacking up a little bit. So if you're in the Gateway, make sure you RSVP for that. We'll get that rocking and rolling on Thursday. And if you're not already in the Gateway, start your 7-day free trial today. See all the benefits, see all the crew, see what the Gateway can do for you. Who's to say, who's to know? Outside of that, if you're looking for the link to the Gateway, or maybe to our website, or maybe to the merch store, Mine and Shine Apparel, or one of our other social media platforms, or something pertinent in between, you can find it all in this episode's description. And while you're laughing looking at those links, you might as well stop by and smash that subscribe button. Might as well turn on a notification bell. If you enjoyed this morning's program, maybe hit a like button as well. Maybe leave a comment. Maybe share out the show with somebody you know could use these vibes. Maybe leave us a rating. Maybe give us another follow. Maybe turn on a notification bell somewhere else. Maybe post out a clip that you see there on the timeline. Maybe make your own clip. Just don't be a hoe and tag us here on the show, and we'll pull it out from our timelines as well, don't you know? But outside of all of that, what I'm really trying to tell you is just take a moment, if you could, and smash the shit out of whatever buttons you currently see on your screen, as it only helps us continue to grow and flow and make this show and all the shows that fall under the Diamond Hand Media Group umbrella bigger and better for each and every one of you. But my friends, that's all we got coming your way today. Episode 666 is officially a wrap, baby, on this terrific Tuesday, February the 11th, 2025. Hope you've come alive. Hope you're feeling ready to tackle this Tuesday. Turn some obstacles into opportunities, losses into lessons, trials and tribulations into triumphs, and what you thought was going to be a failure, just a brand new chance to flourish. Hope you're ready to go share these vibes with the world, the great wide world outside. But not before we remind you that number one, even a 2-year-old can make an excuse.
What?
Number two, even a dead fish can go with the flow.
What?
And number three, being that this here show is a member of the Diamond Hand Media Group, I ask you keep in mind that DHMG, we don't only HOLD, we hold each other up. And right now is one hell of a time to flex those diamond hands. Shout out to each and every one of you. Flexing those diamond hands on a day in and day out, night in and night out basis. We appreciate you from the bottom of our hearts. Thanks for spending some time, investing your most valuable asset, your time and attention here at Forge and Fuel this morning, and every morning you decide to. Thank you for allowing us to come into your homes, your vehicles, your places of business, wherever you're tuning in right now. We can't thank you enough. And we'll continue to pay back that investment to you by showing up each and every day on the consistent, persistent pursuit of our passions and being right by your side while you pursue yours. But for now, my friends, it is time to officially bid thee adieu and say unto you, as always, peace and love.